Hey, how's it going, everybody? Thank you so much for clicking on today's video, and you guys are about to listen to my take. It's Ryan here, and today we will be talking about the projected #1 draft pick, Anthony Edwards. Now, keep in mind, the college season hasn't started yet. You know, LaMelo Ball, RJ Hampton, they're already playing overseas in Australia, so they're getting some run, they're getting some shine, but you know, things might go up and down. But this guy right here is already projected to go #1. We're going to be talking about who I compare him to and why I think he'll have success in the upcoming college season and hopefully in the NBA. Now guys, before I get into that, I upload new videos every single day. That's right. If you want to listen to me talk about basketball every single day, if you guys want to join the conversation, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hop in the comment section below to let me know your thoughts, and let's start a conversation so you can tell me your take. All right, so let's get started. When we look at Anthony Edwards, let's take a look at his player build first. All right, so his player build, he's standing 6'4" and weighs in between 210 and 215 pounds. This is when he was 17 years old. He's 18 now. When he gets drafted, he'll be 18 as well. Starting the season next year at 19 years old, he's going to be one of the youngest players in the league, of course. This guy is already built for the NBA, and keep in mind, he's 210, 215. And he's not doughy. He is lean. He is ripped. This is a guy that can already play with grown men. Now, in high school, we've seen him have some nice finishes. We've seen him bully people, especially smaller guards. He's just able to muscle through and finish with contact. I feel like that will be the same as well heading into college. Of course, in college, there's going to be a lot more taller players, a lot of 7-footers, things that he'll have to deal with on that end. But I do feel like he will be the type of player that can finish with contact. When I look at NBA comparisons as how it stands right now, I look at guys like Donovan Mitchell or Victor Oladipo, kind of in that build as a swingman, as a 2-guard. I feel like he's the type of guy that can do a lot of things with the ball in his hand, but he does have some weaknesses. He obviously has a ton of strengths, but he does have some weaknesses. So one thing that I really like about his, in terms of his strengths, is obviously his body. Like I said, he can finish through contact. He'll be able to play a little bit of bully ball that worked in high school. I feel like it will work in college as well, because there will be smaller guards that he does have to go against, but also his athleticism. He has extremely great athleticism. I mean, he can jump out of the gym, and that's why he kind of reminds me of Donovan Mitchell, of Victor Oladipo, because these are two dudes that have pogo sticks in their legs. Boy yoings, you feel me? As Dennis Scott would call him, boy yoings, right? He can definitely get up there. So this is a guy that has that athleticism. And when you look at players that have that strong build, that have that athleticism, you know that with effort, they can be top defensive players. In high school, he was a really good defensive guard. He blocked a ton of shots for a guy his position. And that kind of reminds me of guys like Victor Oladipo or Dwayne Wade. Now, keep in mind, I'm not saying he's going to be at the level of Victor Oladipo or Dwayne Wade right away. Obviously, Dwayne Wade wasn't even Dwayne Wade until a couple years into the NBA. Even at Marquette, he didn't even see himself at that level, right? It took him 2 or 3 years to get to that level, and when he really evolved into the Flash. But I do see flashes, see what I did there, of that type of game in Anthony Edwards. Since he does have that athleticism, he is a pretty good rebounder for his size. However, that is yet to be seen in the college game. Obviously, the college game will be a little bit slower in terms of systems and things like that, and obviously depending on how the coach at Georgia wants to use him, there's more 7-footers compared to high school, so we'll see how that goes. But going off what we know right now, he is a good rebounder. But those type of strengths really show that Anthony Edwards has the potential to be a really good defensive player, a good rebounder for his position, but then also a guy that can really get into the paint, finish with contact, which also means that he'll get a ton of calls, go to the free throw line. But then that's where we got to talk about the weaknesses. Now, he is a poor free throw shooter. This is something that he has to work on. He has a little bit of a mid-range game that I do like. He has a little bit of a dribble pull-up. But one thing that I do feel like is a weakness for him is his handle. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that his handle is bad. I'm not saying like he has no dribbles, but he just doesn't have the ball on the string. When you watch him play, he is not necessarily smooth with it, but he gets to his spots, but he doesn't have that animation package like a James Harden, like a John Wall. He's not going to be taking people off the dribble like that. I feel like he has more of a power game, but luckily dribbling is a thing that you can teach, right? You can't teach his size, you can't teach his physicality that he already has. He can work on his dribbling, he can work on his handles. These are things that a lot of NBA players do work on, and I know that, being a huge Toronto Raptors fan, being born here in Toronto. A guy like DeMar DeRozan, who we all know and love, he came into the league same type of way, where he never really had a handle, and he really did develop his handle and elevated his mid-range game, elevated his in-between game, added that floater, and he became an all-star. So obviously Anthony Edwards is 17, just turned 18. He's not going to have a complete game. I do feel like his handle is probably his weakest. He does need to really focus up on that, make that a little bit tighter, so he can take more advantage of that in-between game, hitting those floaters, those runners, things like that. Like I said, he does have that little mid-range shot, but I would like to see that become more consistent. And then also the free throws, right? If he's going to be a guy that can get into the paint, a slasher, people are going to try to knock him on his behind, especially when he gets to higher levels, and put him to the line, in which he's going to have to make those free throws. And quite frankly, shooting less than 60% isn't going to cut it. So there we go, guys. That is Anthony Edwards. I will be making an update video on Anthony Edwards as the college season starts and we go through and see how he plays. And I'll probably make a third video at the NCAA tournament when we will analyze him again, guys. He's a good kid. From the things that I've seen from interviews, from series that are on YouTube, check him out. I'm rooting for this guy. I'm really rooting for this kid. He seems like he has a good head on his shoulders, and he's extremely talented, man. I'm definitely going to be watching a bunch of his games, and I wish him all the best, man. I wish him all the best. Now, guys, let me know in the comment section below what your take is. Do you agree with my take? What's your take? God damn it. I just stumbled over my words, but you know what? I'm human. We make mistakes. What I was gonna say is, you guys heard my take. Let me know your take in the comment section below. Let's keep this discussion going. If you enjoyed this video, share it with a friend, hit subscribe, maybe click the like button, show your boy some support. I would appreciate it. And remember, new videos every single day. That's my take, and I'll catch you guys on tomorrow's video. See ya.